Alright, Void. So, once I did get that collection, I decided to move immediately on to the next one in this after watching Halloween 3 and moved on to Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers. Now, I've already reviewed Halloween 1 and 2. Great films. Reviewed number 3. Different. Just reviewed it. Fine film. 7 MacGuffins. Don't know if I said that in a review. Halloween 4 and 5, they're fine. They have their problems, but I like the addition of Jamie Lloyd. And while Loomis's portrayals in them aren't as strong, they were okay. Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. This movie's just inane. It's the worst of the Halloween series. And that includes the one with Busta Rhymes. Okay, so see if you can follow this one because it's hard. Apparently, this one was half reshot after audiences, which were apparently trying to get the teen audience in for an R-rated film. Didn't get it. They jazzed it up a bit and took out a lot of the things that would have made it make sense, and leaving a lot of the sillier elements that really don't make sense anymore. Particularly cutting down a lot of Loomis's time. Mostly because they couldn't do reshoots with Loomis because, well, Donald Pleasance had sadly passed away. Okay, so stay with me on this. Jamie Lloyd is now grown up, and she was abducted by a cult of as well as Michael Myers, also abducted, and now she has a baby. It is strongly implied, I can't remember if it's outright said, but at least strongly implied that this is Michael Myers' child that he had with his niece, because this cult of druids to the Thorn cult, which they didn't really build up at all. The last movie did have someone that was clearly trying to puppeteer things behind the scenes. Well, that's kind of where it was leading to this, particularly with this scar that they show on Michael's wrist, vaguely in number 5. Well, this is what this is all about. So apparently the reason Michael Myers is the way he is because of an ancient druidic tradition of essentially sacrificing one family to ward off great evil by putting the Mark of Thorn, which mirrors a constellation. I thought number 3 was weird. Mirrors a constellation onto his body, which causes him to become supernaturally powered to hunt down and kill his own family, and once he has succeeded in doing that, the ritual is complete. Druids. Druids are behind Michael Myers. Remember when this is just a kid who suddenly just snapped and stabbed and started killing babysitters? Alright, so we have that. We have Donald Pleasance back as Loomis, continually trying to hunt him down. But now he seems to be being gamed by some other people who are... He pretty much is retired, but the people he turned things over to are... Now that Michael Myers is back, he's not sure are going to handle this right. They're not. They're in the Thorn cult. Spoiler. Tommy Doyle's back. The young, if you forgot who he was the young boy that Laurie Strode was babysitting in the OG Halloween. Well, he's back as an adult who essentially finds Jamie Lloyd and the baby and now is trying to take care of the baby. Meanwhile, yes, there's a meanwhile, the Strode family, they're still around, has moved into the Myers house because of course they have. Why would they do that? Don't they know what house this is? It's the family that is then... never mind. Anyway, the daughter in there is also being harassed by her father because she just moved back in with her older son, and he's just so comedically evil that you're waiting for him to get stabbed because of how abusive he is towards his wife and daughter. And meanwhile, this all culminates in a whole to-do in this abandoned house that's now more like a fun house than anything else. The movie really falls apart under any sort of observation. And even I can't remember if this is the one that had the DJ that wanted to go see the Myers house because he's a shock jock that just is trying to get reviews. I don't know. The whole thing's a mess. And there's little redeeming here for Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. For me, I only watch it as a completion thing. If I'm watching the Halloween series, I watch the whole Halloween series. This one's always gives me pause. So I got it out of the way, though. I haven't yet moved on to Halloween H20, which actually was the first Halloween film I had seen back when I was like in high school, when it just hit theaters a long time ago. That was like in the 90s. Actually, no, I must have been in middle school then. That was like 98. Yeah, I was in middle school. Anyway, Halloween age 20 was the first one I saw. In my backlog, I haven't actually gotten to the next two, but I did watch the Rob Zombie ones because I was just in the mood for Rob Zombie stuff. But those will be coming up shortly. Sort of shortly. We'll see. Anyway. Halloween's in The Curse of Michael Myers, aka Halloween 6. 2 MacGuffins. Nonsensical. It's hard to follow. It's almost insulting to the legacy of the whole thing. So, 2 MacGuffins. Avoid this one. Alright. I'm not fun this one. Talk to you later, folks.